Hey guys, so this is the morning routine that I do. Um, it really varies anywhere between 20 and sometimes 15 minutes to an hour based on um, a number of factors. Number one is how I feel. Number two is how heavy the training has been. Number three is how the training is going to be. But I always try to get that routine in. It starts with some stretches, foam rolling, and then just activation of the glutes and the hip to really help me get through the day. I noticed that it's really helped me um, really reduce at first the pain, and now I'm at a point where I'm about 95% pain free. Sometimes I'm a bit tight, but then when I do those sets, it really helps. And if the training has been heavy, then I would do shorter sessions as well in the evening before going to bed. So hopefully that helps. Full disclosure, you know it, but I am not a personal trainer. I am not a strength and conditioning coach. This is just my routine, so take it with a grain of salt. It may not work for you, but it's working for me, so I'm just sharing it with you guys. First, I start with stretching my toes. It may sound stupid, but a lot of tension in the toe and lower calves. So just rock back and forth. Give or take, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute. Good stretch. Should feel the toe, should feel right under the foot. And then once I'm done, I'm just gonna go up, start stretching the calves. What's up, man? How are you? Yeah, not bad.
When's your next race?
Taiwan in 2 weeks.
Taiwan?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Oh man, is that a full on?
No, it's a half.
Yeah.
Hoping the baby doesn't come when I'm away.
Yeah. You guys are getting close.
Yeah, we are.
What, 3 weeks? 3 to 4 weeks, right?
May 4th. So,
Yeah, May 4th is the.
yeah.
It's usually a 1 or 2 week window on either
I
side.
know, yeah. So, it will be 10 days out. So, hopefully that's okay. Stretching the calves here. Much needed. I really noticed a big difference when I stretched the calves. Not immediately, because nothing happens overnight, but I think after a week or so, 10 days or so, it really made a difference. Once I'm done with the calves, I'm gonna do some thing they call that cow pose, whatever that is. Now I'm just focusing on the hip a bit more. I don't know, there is no right or wrong in how you do it. How many times you do it. I usually get anywhere between 4 and 8 reps. But I already try to push my hip out. And then, whatever the yogis call this pause. I don't care much for technical terms, as you can tell. Nor do I want to know. I was told what the names are. It's just noise in my brain that I don't need. Does that sound bad? Probably sounds bad. Okay. So I'm doing this to kind of loosen up the lower back and my hips. Starting with the toes, up the calves. Now I'm in my hips. And then I'll go back to the glutes area, hamstrings in a second. This is actually one of my favorites. With the leg out, actually. One leg out to the side, the back flat, and then you push and you rock it back and forth. Try to keep that back flat. 5 each side. And I do that twice through. You should feel a nice stretch here. Leg out. And also again, continuing on that toe stretch and big toe. The toe is actually the big toe is actually a very important component of your run, believe it or not. You get a lot of strength from it, so if it's tight, you're just losing that spring in your step and that strength in your step. Kind of hard to believe, but it does make a difference. Do that twice through. Now that you've done that, bring the leg up here, and then same idea, stretching hamstring, a bit of the glute. Bring the elbow down and around. Big circle. So again, do that 5 times. And then a little bit of a back rotation. This one I like as well. Start 5 times. Elbow up and rotate. And every time try to reach a little more. Try to keep those hips aligned. And don't go like this, but really just try to get a good rotation to open up those hips here. So if you can only do this, that's perfect. Like right now, this past weekend has been a hard weekend of training, so I'm a bit tight. So I'm not going to go much more than that, because I want to get that nice stretch here and here. And the same, this side is more loose. And then I add a little more rotation, this time the arm. Then I go reach. Same on the other side. All right, that's it for this part. I like to finish toes touching, big toes touching. Spread the knees, push the butt back out as much as you can. Get a nice stretch on the hamstrings. All right. Next up is a foam roll. Again, some ideas. Start with the calf. You don't want to be on the Achilles tendon. You do not want to stretch or foam roll the tendon. Don't do that. but you want to get on the calf. Nice. If you feel a little knot, get on it. Move sideways a little bit. The idea, as with everything, is to try to loosen up that muscle, get it prime for the run or after the run. And if you have a knot like I have, like one right here, you can stay on it and then do some circles with the foot a little bit. There you go. Now do the other calf. Again, I don't think it's miraculous. It's not a silver bullet to people's issues, but for me, I went from not being able to walk in September to, I think I just ran 48K this weekend. So give or take 28 miles, 28 miles. Now the IT band, again, don't go all the way down to the knee. You don't want to be on those ligaments and tendons. Stay on the IT band muscle. If you go too fast, it's just not going to do anything. If you are hitting a knot, you can bend that knee. And then keep rolling. And then your calf. Not your calf, your quad. Yep, still sick. Foam roll, nice and easy. You don't have to do 1,000 of those, but just to feel it. Ooh. Up and down. A couple times is good. And then people forget to do the inside of the thigh. And that one is tender, always. So again, you don't need a whole lot of pressure. As long as you feel something, that's all you need. And you don't need to go all the way high to your nuts. Just wherever you feel that pressure, wherever you feel that tenderness. But it shouldn't hurt, but it should be tender. Until you repeat that day after day after day. All right, other side, IT band. See, so if you're feeling tension, just bring that leg to your knot. There you go. Oh yeah. All right, and now the quad, the front of the quad. And then the side. Oh yeah. Oh. So now you guys are building up for big races. I mean, Challenge Roth, 70.3 Oregon, Wisconsin. You have all like really big goals. The Artist, sub 5 out of 70.3.
I don't know, the Texas Rocket. He's got goals that he never shares, but he's probably want to go like sub 8, challenge Roth, that kind of stuff. You guys have big goals. You guys, I consider you guys elite athletes. You train as such. So, and you have a lot on your plate during the week. Man, I can't stress enough how much it affects everything in your performance. So, if you can give your body a little bit of help in the recovery process after the big training days, that would be fantastic. I think this will help. It sucks because it's a lot of time, but man, in the long run, it has helped me a lot. Now I'm gonna do the lower back, so I don't want to go too low, and I don't want to go too high. Probably right by the shoulder blades, and then extend my arms back. Oh yes, and then go easy. Stay around the shoulder blades and back down. Stay here. Front roll. And then back up. And then, because your glutes are such a big muscle, just give it one last stretch. Yeah, so I was saying, I train you guys like elite athletes. I know sometimes you want to do more and it's never enough. Only triathletes think that way. But we gotta do the things right. I train you to keep you in the game of sports and health for as long as possible. I don't train you to destroy you and just to go for one result and be done. So that is the reason sometimes I do not give you more than you ask for. That is the reason why sometimes I hold you guys back, because it's a hobby, it's fun. I don't want triathlon to take over your life. It has taken over mine, and to a point where it was really unhealthy at times. So I don't want anyone to go through that. But you're all already doing fantastic, and there are things that you guys need to do to be able to continue progressing. That's one of them. This thing is one of them. So, if anything, this stretch is more important than any of the sessions that you would do, because long term, that is what is going to keep you healthy. Not a bike ride, not a swim, not a run. This is what is going to keep you swimming, biking, running when you're 120 years old. Okay, jokes aside, this is way more important than anything else, in my opinion. We can't see it because, again, we're triathletes and we're stupid, and because we want more, which drives me absolutely nuts. More is not better. I mean, you see it. Giving you more swimming, more biking, more running is not going to make you any better. Training smart is what is going to make you better. This is one of the things. Enjoy life. Treat your body like your temple. Sounds stupid, sounds corny, but do it. Really do it. I have in the last 8 months, 6 months, and it really is making a big difference. I'm just doing this just to help finish loosen up. And now I've done light stretches, hip mobility, and foam rolling. The last part that I want to do is I want to engage my glutes a little bit and fire them up, because they are such big muscles that if they are dormant during the training, then the rest of your body, your quads, your IT bands, your calves, your lower back, have to compensate for the effort that you're asking it to do. But man, I can't stress out enough how powerful the glutes are. And so, yeah, my recommendation really is do those. It's simple. You will adjust. Depending on what I need, I'll do other exercises too, but for the bigger picture is essentially, I think this may help you. So you can do bridges. I usually use a yoga mat, but you can start by just, it's easy, it's not hard, but bridges up and down. But hey, by doing this, flat back, sounds like I'm doing nothing. I'm activating my glutes. Do 10. And then you can either use a yoga mat or not. Foot on the yoga mat, leg up, toe pointing up, knee towards the chest, and all that's moving is the butt. Down, up. Not this, not the leg going up, no. This stays, and down, up, down, up. 2 times 10 on each side. But down, hip up, hip down, hip up, hip down, hip up. Do that on the other side so it looks like this. Is it hard? No. Will it feel a bit challenging at first? Probably. It doesn't have to be hard to be efficient. Think about the movement. It's your hip that's moving. You're engaging those glutes by getting the hip to move. Okay. Now that's done. Band on the side, butt up, and then I never know, around the knee up, and then open up. Again, 10 reps on each side, 2 times through. Now think about aligning shoulders with your hip. Not go like this or like this, but really try to have one line. And then it doesn't have to be hard, really. You're engaging everything down there. Well, not everything, but you got the point. All right. And then around the hip, around the ankles. Think you know this one. Again, 10 each side. Try to keep, I'm not doing a good job at it, but don't be like this, or try not to. Don't have the hip rotating forward or backward. Just try to keep them on the same line. Okay, one to finish firing up the glutes. Again with the IT band. And you're just bringing the knee up. You don't have to bring it super up. There you go. Just think about your run position here. Torso a bit forward. And I'm really just firing those legs. And then do the same on the other side, so twist around one way, step on it, and then here. Also, you're working on your balance. Again, hip, try to keep them aligned, not like turning. Keep them aligned. Your shoulders should be also on like horizontally, not like this. And then do again 2x10. And I think that's pretty much it. There are variations that you can do. You can add on more stuff, obviously based on what you may be doing with your PT. But if you do this every day for a month, I believe that you are going to see a difference in how you're feeling. It's not going to make you run 10 minutes per mile faster, but I think you're going to be able to go through the sessions with less restrictions, more mobility, and therefore less pain. After a long training day or a long run, I wouldn't wait too long to actually do a variation of this, just to really help speed up the recovery of the body and just loosen up the body after the long run or bike. That has helped me. I'm really hoping it'll help you guys as well. So, fingers crossed. I hope you find this useful.